Zug. It is beauty and nature. It is views and visions. It is handicrafts and design. It is local markets and international business. It is old and new. Zug has a lot to offer.
The Swiss city of Zug is known as Crypto Valley. It is a hub for startups dealing with blockchain.
Good morning, Mauro.
Good morning, Guido.
Welcome here at BNP Analytics.
Thank you.
You have founded your Capello Advisory Group.
That's right.
And you're one of our expert subject matters. So can you give us a little bit of your background and your expectations in terms of the new technology blockchain?
I will. So I started my career in technology in the early 90s. More or less at the same time, I also got into the financial services. Most of my time I spent with UBS in investment banking. So I learned a lot about trading, post-trading, and all the associated functions. I had a lot of projects on a global basis, so I was able to do a lot of integration work with different cultures in different places for the bank. I was in New York 7 years, so when I came back, I basically had the opportunity to become the CIO of Clearstream in Luxembourg, which is part of Deutsche Börse Group. There I really got in touch with blockchain in the early 2015. Especially because a lot of these early companies which had ideas and solutions came to us to show what their ideas were. So I got in touch with Black Masters from Digital Asset Holding, with Ripple, a few others. So at that point I realized the blockchain is tremendous, has tremendous potential. I started to focus on that, and when I came back from Clearstream, from that, I started my company, Capello Advisory Group, to really focus on education in that space, but also advisory in general in terms of business models, to kind of see how today's economy can benefit from blockchain. But also then, the second point is the cryptocurrency side, where, I'm also kind of very much involved in every day also learning around what's happening in the cryptocurrency as a store of value or as an asset class. So that's really kind of like what keeps my attention 24 hours a day, more or less. And so I'm obviously looking forward to support, companies in that space.
So the other day I was in a big meeting and it was asked, who knows how blockchain works? And all the arms went up.
All right.
And then the second question is, who is comfortable to explain blockchain? And all the arms were down. So can you enlighten us a little bit how blockchain technology works?
Okay, good. I think that the fundamental principle or the idea behind was to have a mechanism that you can send digital cash across the internet. So where it started really was that a couple of guys wanted to send digital cash through the internet, right? Using the internet. And for that, they basically developed blockchain. And obviously the application on top of that was Bitcoin. That was the first application that was used on blockchain. So blockchain itself is a combination of different technology concepts. One is a private key and a cryptography that kind of makes it secure. The second one is obviously connecting it through the internet. So you have a lot of different, this application is on different nodes or servers replicated. Number three is really the distributed databases and the ledger. So every transaction is basically replicated in the network on these nodes and servers. The last component is the dApps, digital apps or distributed apps. So Bitcoin is one of them, Ethereum, so all of these currencies represent digital apps, but also it can be other functionality which is being used. And the concept is obviously this application doesn't reside just on one server or node, it resides everywhere. So basically you have performance and you have reliability and you also, most importantly, you have security because nobody can really just hack hundred thousands of apps or records in a second. So that's basically the concept of blockchain, and obviously makes it very attractive, not just for the public use, but also for the industrial use. So banks are now putting together, using the blockchain as a permissioned and private infrastructure, or you could call it extranet, right? Where they connect all the partners together, and then they have all the same visibility on these records.